Hey guys, it's Rushy here. How you all doing? I've got another Q&A video for yourselves. So for those of you that don't know, Q&A, this series I started is pretty much questions you've asked. So they've got to be very basic, very straightforward questions. And I'll do my best to explain them in the series. So I'm a little behind schedule with this series, but I'm picking up with, it was Mikeyy who asked this question. And he asked about Oki after an anti-air. So he said after you use Dragon Punch as an anti-air, not his exact words, why is the frame advantage different? And I'm going to assume he meant, so we're not going to add quick rise or back rise into this scenario. We're going to look just at quick rise, and we're going to look at one Oki situation. So we're going to use medium punch DP as the anti-air. We're going to do a V skill into a button. I think crouching medium punch is probably the best one to do. Pretty much the answer to the question is because, and I've done a lot of testing for this, so I'm not 100% sure, but logically it makes sense to me that the higher the opponent is in the air once they get hit by an anti-air DP, the more frame advantage Ken will have to get his Oki afterwards. So if they're lower to the ground, he should essentially have less frame advantage. But why I don't think there's an exact answer to this is because there's certain ranges in the jump arc. So I'm going to get Ryu to neutral jump. If he's like in the middle of the air rather than up high in the air, his frame advantage, or Ken's frame advantage, is very similar to what it is when Ryu's grounded. So let me just try and illustrate that. So Ryu's grounded now. Look how high he goes in the air there. You can see he goes just below the health bar, I think. Okay, no, sorry, he goes over the health bar. Now if I get into neutral jump and I anti-air him a typical range or typical height, now to me that looks exactly the same. If I anti-air very early when Ryu's quite high in the air, I think that's where the frame advantage is different. I think he goes a little bit higher, giving me a couple more frames of advantage. So let me show you this now with a practical example. So let's try a very low hitting anti-air medium punch DP into V skill crouching medium punch, and you can see that Ryu is set to wake up jab. So that missed. Let's try again. I think that will miss because I'm trying to do it frame perfect. So as soon as he comes out the run cancel, crouching medium punch. Let's try standing medium punch, just for this example. It's still too slow. Stand heavy punch. Okay, so I get the crush counter there. Now let's try that again, but let's try and do it where Ryu's high in the air. Okay, so that's kind of the theory I wanted to prove. Let's try that again, low to the ground. Okay, so that proves it. Stop him jumping. So, as Mikey asked, why is there a difference? It's because of the frame advantage. It seems that when you anti-air and they're very high in the air, Ken has more time to choose his Oki options, which means any setups you have, any sequences, any frame kills you have to blow up wake up options, if they're higher up in the air, those options change. He has more advantage, so your options may not work, so you have to add a little delay in. So in that situation where Ryu was higher in the sky, I just had to delay after the V skill, then do stand heavy punch. That still would have hit and blown up his wake up light punch. It's just because I had an extra few frames which threw the timing off. That's all it was. But like I said, I don't think it really affects very low hitting anti-air DPs to like mid height. I think it's only at extreme cases where they're very high in the air, and I think that's pretty much it. I think that does explain that in detail. Just to make sure that I haven't given any bad information, I wouldn't recommend stand heavy punch as a good Oki button in that situation or other situations, because you're really banking on the opponent pressing the button there for it to work. It's very hard to confirm that if they don't press a button. and also it's -3 as well, so it is punishable. So don't get into that habit of doing that. That was purely as an example for this video. So guys, I hope that information's helped you understand that concept. Yeah, feel free to ask any other questions, and I'll do my best to plow through them as and when. Cool, thanks guys, I shall catch you soon. Take care.